are. So Chris, it's been an absolute pleasure working with yourself, and we're only just getting started. Like this
I
is this
know.
is this is we're only going to be talking about phase one today. So I'm excited to be going on this journey with you, and obviously you've been such a massive help. Myself taking you on the journey of helping you get clear on what route you want to go has been such a massive benefit as well for you working with myself and Ellie, with our branding and the work that you do is incredible. But for anyone, for anyone watching this, I'm just curious. Obviously, we started working together. When was it? Roughly like end of November,
In December, I think. So
December 2025.
2025. So it's been a good 3 months, I believe.
Yeah, it's been about What are we in now? We're in end of February. So it's
End of
like,
Feb.
yeah, nearly 3 months working together. So a 90-day cycle. Where were you when we first started the
Mm.
conversation? Like now, obviously where we are now, but where were you when we first started working together?
Gosh, I remember, sorry, I'm just gonna close the window because there's some gardening going outside.
No
So
worries,
where
bro.
was I where was I at the beginning?
Mm.
All I knew was that I wanted to start a personal branding and storytelling mentorship, but I had no idea how to approach it. I didn't know what the business model would look like. I didn't know how I should price, like what I should charge my clients, the different ways I could coach them. I had no knowledge at all of sales calls and the concept of like actually closing deals and like closing a client. Um, and so it was very much in its infancy. And I guess I came from a background where my my following was growing with my personal brand. And so I was getting to a stage where I knew I could then start monetizing, but I had no idea how I was going to go about that. And I guess that's why I initially came to you because I was like, how do I get clients? Like, where do I even start?
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. And you went from being in a corporate role to then just traveling, making incredible content, and you really, I remember because obviously we're both involved with the Creator Club. Obviously, shout
Mm.
shout out Louis Armstrong. If it wasn't for him creating the community, we wouldn't have connected in the first place. And you
Yeah.
obviously, I can vividly remember just seeing your journey of like creating content whilst you were solo traveling, and I really connected to you then. And obviously, we went to the Marbella retreat
Yeah.
with Louis in Marbella, and we happened to get to the airport at the same time, and we ended up
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
a taxi together. We shared a room, and yeah, we really connected, and I just thought like the content you were doing out of everyone in the Creator Club, I was like your content is unique. It's
Mm.
really amazing, and I remember when you first come to me, you wanted help with sales. That
Mm.
was what when you reached out to me, you were like, I really want some help with like sales. And I can vividly remember our first conversation together. It kind of you realize that sales is one element to building a
Yeah.
business, but there's a lot more other elements that comes into actually
Mm.
taking your skill, your knowledge, your expertise, packaging it into an offer, whether that's a low ticket offer or a mid ticket or a high ticket. And then it's like, right now, how do I do acquisition? How do I generate interest and leads? And then how do I then convert them leads into clients? And then
Mm.
and then it's all about then service delivery, right? There's a lot of elements. When you come to me, I remember you really had a mindset of wanting to go down the low ticket route. I kind of want to
Mm.
dive into that a little bit with yourself. Like for you, like how come? What was it that because I know a lot of people watching this may be thinking, do I go down the low ticket route, or they might
Mm.
already be doing
Mm.
low ticket. So I'm curious of how come you did you even ever think about high ticket?
No, I guess it was probably a limiting belief within myself
Mm,
that because it was my first ever business,
yeah,
that I should start with low ticket and then make my way up as the quality improves or as I get results.
yeah,
But I remember I was really limiting myself to what the outcome would be for my clients. Like I just thought I would teach people storytelling, right? And it was
yeah,
like I'd just teach them to tell stories on Instagram. But then you turned around and like made me think bigger. And you were
Mm,
like, okay, storytelling is maybe one element, but like I think you should be known for branding. And under the umbrella of branding, there are so many more opportunities, so many more outcomes, like so many ways. And people can justify paying more
yeah,
because there's a direct return on investment to a branding outcome, be it generating more sales, generating more clients, or whatever the client objectives are. And so I think that was, I guess, the start of just shifting my mindset. One was a limiting belief, but the second was like just not actually knowing that it was possible to offer what I do in a high ticket manner, and that there was an audience out there who'd be willing to pay the money for high ticket.
yeah, for sure. And like with yourself as well, I'm pretty sure I can remember you closed one of your first appointments that you actually sat, didn't you?
Well, we ran a mastermind, which you suggested. So you said run an online free mastermind with your current audience and
Yeah.
then generate some demand off the back of that. And yeah, I think there were two people who were interested off the back, and I hadn't even learned how to close deals. I didn't even know that that was like part of the process, and I kind of just gave them the price in the DMs, and they said, "Yeah, cool, like we're ready to go." And then only later I realized I was kind of limiting myself by just like providing the
Yeah.
price and just saying it in the DMs because I probably could have closed a lot more people had I got them on calls.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, even the fact that I was clearly able to provide enough value through my free mastermind that they wanted to work with me. And yeah, I guess that's probably another learning is understanding that the more free value you give to people, the more you're willing to help people for free and give up your time, the more they trust you.
Yeah.
And then that it makes that decision easier for them to then invest in your program or mentorship or whatever you're offering.
100%. And trust is everything in the high ticket sales space and the high ticket business. Is like the more trust you build, the better results you get. It's just a compound effect. But one thing I
Mm,
noticed, and this is why I'm glad that you went straight into like higher ticket rather than low ticket, is people when people pay more money, they pay more attention. So you actually get better results by
mm,
charging higher ticket. And I think this is a thing that people don't realize as much, and they end up going. I did it myself. I went down low ticket to start with, had 70 clients, but I wasn't getting life-changing results. And
mm.
my like it was they were I was charging £20 a month, so people wasn't taking it as seriously. They weren't turning up to calls, like it
Yeah,
just it's 20 quid. It's like a Netflix subscription. Whereas when someone pays, one and a half, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 10, 20 grand for something, then they take it a lot more serious. So
yeah.
I guess then what was in terms of for you now, you're maxed out really, aren't you? I remember you reached out, you said to me that last week or so, you were like, I'm capped out now with one-to-ones. You're currently working with eight one-to-ones right now.
Yeah, eight one-to-ones.
So eight one-to-ones, and you've been going for the last 90 days, but you're at the point now where you want to now take this to the next level and turn this into more of a group mastermind, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I will say that to your point earlier, all eight of the one-to-ones have been fully committed. They've not missed a call. They're doing exactly as I told them. They're doing the homework, and I think it's purely down to, as you said, the investment and the fact that they're investing money and it kind of stings a little bit. It's
Mm,
keeping them accountable to
yeah,
take action. So yeah, super pleased with the eight clients that I've been coaching, and it's been like I get a lot of joy out of coaching them. It's
yeah,
not like a chore. Um, but yeah, it's gotten to a point where it's like I don't want to take any more one-to-ones because I'll just spread myself too thin
yeah,
and I want to make sure the quality is high. So yeah, now we're working on the next phase, which is building out a group cohort type service
yeah.
where the value will still be the same, the information and the resources will still be the same, except I'm just going to scale it out to more people. So limiting the calls. There'll be less of a one-to-one nature. It'll be more of a group call collaborative session. Um, and just allowing me to scale out my offer further to more people and make it more accessible to more people
Yeah,
while still keeping the investment high ticket.
for sure.
And I guess what it's also allowed me to realize is like if there are people who do still want to be coached by me one to one, well then I just keep that super premium. And
Exactly.
it's not even an option, it's not even a feeling of like, oh my God, like I must close these people. It's
No.
more like them having to sell to me why they'd be a good fit for my one to one. And if they want to invest the money in that, then that's great. So I think it's just slowly building out and now we're kind of at that next phase. And yeah, I'm really excited for the possibilities that are out there.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I guess I'm curious. Did you was there any hesitations that you had of like working with myself in regard to like going down the high ticket route?
Well, not just yourself, but I guess I had a negative connotation towards people who are in sales.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
like, you see a lot of them on social media, the course sellers, they
Yeah,
sell you the dream. They're very manipulative.
yeah,
They know how to persuade you emotionally.
for sure.
And so I was a little bit apprehensive, and I guess I identified myself as like, oh no, like I'm not a course seller, or I'm not a manipulative sales guy.
Yeah,
But the I think one thing that I learned very quickly when I started working with you is sales is literally just helping, like trying to help people as
yeah,
much as possible. And it's not about you, it's about them. And
yeah,
so when you reposition that, I was like, okay, like every time I jump on a sales call, like I'm no longer nervous that, they're gonna, think that I'm ripping them off or anything like that. It's more just like uncovering what their pains are, what their goals are, and just trying to help them as best as possible on the call. And then like you don't even put any pressure on closing them. That it just kind of naturally happens towards the end if you think that they're a good fit. Um, but no, I guess I didn't for you, I didn't really have any apprehension or anything like that.
just the high
Um,
ticket side of things.
just the high ticket side and what you see online on social
Yeah,
media,
I get you.
it can definitely be a little bit
Yeah,
of yeah.
unfortunately, there is a bad stigma, but that's where like reputation's really important, building trust, getting good results, is just really key. I guess then, in terms of for you, what's been your biggest shifts since working together over the last 90 days?
Biggest shift.
Mm,
I would say the belief in myself, in terms of the success that I can bring to my business. Um, like I said, I came to you with the idea of just charging low ticket and high volume, but
yeah,
now I realize, especially after seeing the results that I've driven for my clients already, there's this level of belief that it's like, wow, like what I'm teaching is actually helping people and transforming them in a big way,
yeah,
and providing them opportunities that are almost life changing. And so seeing those results has made me realize like I can just keep taking it to the next level, and I can help so many people at scale doing what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, I would definitely say just like not limiting myself and having full belief that I can drive so much more success than what I'm already doing.
yeah. It's so exciting as well. And did you? Because you went from being in corporate, obviously you had money behind you before that you
Mm,
left, and you went and traveled loads. I know you're heading to Bali this summer, and you're going to be taking your business online to Bali.
mm,
Like, how excited are you that you've been able to now create an opportunity by using your own skills, by using
mm,
your own passions? Because, like you said, you literally said earlier that you love it. You love working with your clients. Like,
mm,
how
mm,
amazing is it that you are able to generate an income from something that you love and
mm.
that you can do it online? Like, how excited are you for your next chapter, like heading out to
It's
Bali and working from there?
It's so good. It's like I'm it was a year in the making though. I will say that. I think a lot of people have this perception of you leave your 9 to 5 and then you're just going traveling and you're sitting on the beach. But there's a period where you need to work and do the right things first. Um, but it's paid off, and like I would do this all over again. Like had I left my 9 to 5 this year, I would go through the same process. I guess my biggest regret is that we didn't work together sooner, because I think you would have really fast tracked my results.
Mm,
Um, I spent a good 6 months before we were working together, just experimenting and trying to do things by myself. And I
yeah,
realized there's only so far you can go. There's like, yes, you can consume information online, but you need someone to give you clarity, to give you guidance, to keep you accountable.
yeah.
And that's not something you can just simply do for free on YouTube
It's not.
videos.
It's
And
not.
so, yeah, man, like I think having worked with you, you've really fast tracked my growth. And yeah, I am super excited now for this year to be able to travel and work from wherever I want in the world. Like that's the dream, is to have location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, and that's what we're working towards. And I don't even. I was even saying to my girlfriend the other day, like I no longer question if the success will come.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a
yeah,
matter of when. Like
yeah,
I just know it's gonna happen. Like the pathway is clear. I know
yeah.
exactly the things I need to do to get there, and I know what's gonna happen. So, yeah, super happy.
And like, you've got success already. You've got 8 one-to-one clients, and now it's just time to grow it. Like you're focusing on getting really good results for them. Obviously, you're
Mm,
working with myself and my partner Ellie. Your service is incredible, you know. So if
mm.
anyone, if anyone, is watching this that wants to level up when it comes to their branding, their storytelling, like Chris is the man.
Come my way.
Chris is the
That's
guy.
it.
You're definitely gonna have to get you to run a mastermind inside the Freedom Builders community.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Because yeah, like what you're offering is incredible, and that's why
Mm,
for me personally, I want to make sure that I look at this as a any mentorship, it's got to be a partnership,
mm,
and yeah, I want to make sure that I'm partnering with people that genuinely have like really good skills, that can actually deliver an amazing service. That's the type of people I want to
mm,
be working with. So it's been an absolute pleasure working with you.
mm,
Like you're just an action taker. You get things done. You move things forward, and you've yeah. It's been impressive to see because you didn't have a sales
mm,
background at all. But
mm.
you've been such a good like you've been really good at like you'll tell me things that you've done. I'm like, yeah, you just understand it.
Yeah.
You understand the psychology, and I think that'd be from like your marketing and branding background that you understand the
Mm,
psychology of sales, and to
yeah.
not try and be too salesy and get them to sell themselves more, and make yourself more exclusive, and giving a lot of value and impact and service up front, because then they feel people are like, I want to work with this guy because he's already helped me already. Like, if you
Yeah.
if you can get results for your clients before they become a client,
Mm,
like
yeah.
that's the key. That's
Yeah.
the key to it. But Chris, it's been a pleasure, and like I mentioned, this is just the start, and I'm
Just getting
excited.
started.
I'm excited in a few months' time in Bali, where
Yeah.
we interview you, on again, and it's like where you went from having your one-to-ones filled up in a few months' time when we're in Bali, and we do
Yes.
we do the interview again. It's like, where are you now? So
Exactly.
I'm
So
excited for the journey.
stay tuned for part two.
Stay tuned for part two. Chris, it's been a pleasure, and
Nice.
yeah, we're gonna have a big year together.
Thanks, Carl. Appreciate everything you've done.
Appreciate you, bro.